You're joking, right?
Well, I'm trying to be hopeful. I'm trying to be optimistic about that.
Well, I guess you're too young to be a little pessimistic like me. The fucking things I see out there, people are stupid.
What's up?
What's
How
up?
are you?
Good. What's going on with you, buddy boy?
Our
Is
mics
all right?
aren't. They're like crossing swords.
Yeah, that's not good.
I don't know. They're usually not.
They're usually back further.
Are they?
Yeah, they're usually back. Let me watch your water. I got it 1 minute.
Technical difficulties.
They're usually like this.
True.
And then
it's like here, and now we're. Whoa! Don't break it.
All right, 1 minute.
No, it doesn't go more. It doesn't go more.
All right, I'm gonna fix it.
No. That.
I'm going up.
There. Yeah, I know. It looked like you were pushing it
No, I
down.
was trying to get the angle.
Okay.
Is that better?
Yes. I'm okay. I'm good. Should we have done this before we started? Yes. Is that okay?
That's
yes.
all right. We're human beings. We make mistakes. We're not perfect, believe it or not.
I'm perfect.
Oh, God. I apologize. So how you doing, Bronny?
Good. Sometimes I feel like I'm perfect.
So you had a nice weekend in the Hamptons?
I did. I
Tell
just
me-
got back.
Tell me about that.
Weekend in the Hamptons, like a fancy
Rough life.
white bougie person.
No, just you're allowed to go. But rough
Of course,
life.
I'm allowed to go. No,
Why are you making a racial thing?
because the Hamptons were the whitest place I've ever been in my life.
That's okay. We're not going to go to the fucking nighttime at the Apollo, are you?
What does that mean?
I'm saying you're going to go where?
Nighttime at the Apollo, is that like known as a black person thing?
You don't know what the Apollo is?
Like the Apollo Theater?
Yeah, it's a cool place, actually.
But why would you have been if it's a black person thing?
No, it's not black. I'm saying,
But why did you make that analogy?
My point, I'm just saying, if you're going to go on vacation, you
No,
go
but
on
they're
vacation where you
literally,
feel a little more comfortable. That's
But,
like,
but it's so... I loved it. It was actually the first time...
I actually hate the
Right, and so this is what I'm going to say. It was actually the first time that I've ever been to the Hamptons that I was like, this is a beautiful part of the country. It's beautiful.
It's the people that are a problem.
Right, and so that's why you got to do it right. So the last year, as I'm sure the listeners of this podcast know, I did the Hamptons in a very different way than I did this year. You know, I went with a bunch of friends, and it was a lot of partying and socializing and, you know, seeing and being seen and all that shit, right? Whatever. This year, I didn't do any of that. Like, I didn't even go into... I was out in, like, the rural parts of the Hamptons. Didn't go... Like, I didn't eat dinner out or anything, you know? Didn't go to a bar. Just hung out in the backyard, chilled, barbecue, you know, like, casual. And it was very enjoyable.
I'm glad you had a good time.
Thanks.
And now you're back. And you went to...
That's how that works. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I am back now.
I think it's time to go solo.
Well,
or end
speaking of, you did go solo. Yeah, good one. You did go solo.
You'd be fucked if I ended it.
Yeah, it would be.
You would be
I'd have to go work
fucked.
at like McDonald's or something.
Get a fucking job. You'd be screwed. Holy shit. Kiss my fucking ass.
Am I not appreciative enough
Did
of
you get my ring ordered?
Yeah, I guess I got to follow up with, well, we don't need to talk about that on the show. But yes, I'm waiting on that.
Okay. I'm glad you had a good time.
Yeah.
You got back late last night?
Yeah, like midnight.
And today, hanging out at Faina?
Today I hung out at the pool with some friends.
Fucking A,
It's
man.
a good life. I can't complain.
Yeah.
I can't complain. I
Good
had a
for
good
you.
time.
I'm happy you're happy.
But like, what else should I do on a Sunday?
Bronny,
On a Friday and Saturday, I flew to New York.
You don't have to explain
and
it.
then
just
Sunday, I
like,
hang out by the pool with my friends.
I'm just saying it's all good. Don't
What more should I do?
I'm just teasing you.
If I was doing it on a Tuesday, different story. But Sunday,
Why? Is there Tuesday and Sunday difference for you?
not for me. But
Okay,
but theoretically, there should be.
Well, I'm
Although
glad-
at the pool, Drake was also at the pool today. The rapper.
Drake, was that your at Faina?
Yeah, he's been staying there for weeks apparently.
I wouldn't even know if I saw him.
Me neither. So we were walking by. I
Doesn't
had
mean
no
anything.
idea. There was like a group of black guys sitting at a table like
He's
at the
half
restaurant.
white, by the way.
I'm not talking about Drake in
Right,
this
okay,
specific
gotcha.
instance.
Isn't he Jew? Isn't he a Jew from Canada?
He's half white.
No, isn't he?
So
Isn't he a Jew
he's
from,
still a
isn't-
black guy.
Isn't he a Jew from Canada?
He's Jewish.
Yeah.
His mom is Jewish, but I think he was raised like he wasn't bar mitzvahed.
Okay.
He's also a creep. I'm not a fan of Drake, but we walked by and there was this whole group of black dudes like sitting at a table, and there was a big bottle of Hennessy in the middle, and they were just all taking sips from it. And then my friend who
That's
like is
disgusting,
in the
right?
rap world, like well in the rap world, I'm not just saying that. He was like, oh
Gift
yeah,
wrapping?
he was like, that's Drake's crew. He's staying here.
Free loaning off
For
Drake.
sure, of course.
Fucking-
But I don't understand why Hennessy, like you know Hennessy,
What
the
is
drink. It's a whiskey, but it's like only black people drink it, and it's not marketed towards black people or made for black people. It's an old American whiskey.
Like Colt 45 is only black people drink.
I've never even heard of Colt.
Yeah,
45.
Colt 45 is a big thing. It's a beer.
Really?
Not like a brown beer. I'm talking
beer.
about like drinking alcoholic.
I didn't even know black people drank beer.
Or Schlitz. Who drinks Schlitz?
Schlitz, right?
That's a predominantly
Yeah.
black. I guess it's cultural.
But why? Like, why did Hennessy make it? Why do they drink Hennessy and not like
I don't know. Why do they drink
Buffalo Trace?
Why do they drink?
Because Buffalo Trace is expensive. That's why.
But maybe
Got 'em.
why? It's. I think things are cultural. Like is Schlitz.
Right, but what I'm saying is like, how does that happen in the culture? Hennessy.
It might be. It might be a cost thing from growing
Hennessy,
up.
I think, is also expensive though. Why do black people?
You can type that in.
Oh my god! So I just did. Why do black people? The first thing that comes up is wear do rags. Next is wash chicken. Third is jump the broom. Then have white hands.
What?
Then wear white to funerals. Then drink Hennessy. It's on here. Look, I'm not even lying. Then age better. And then wear bonnets to bed. Okay, let's see this one.
They're all good questions.
From Medium, how Hennessy found a home in the black community. It's a French cognac.
I never even heard of it.
You've seen it.
I mean, knew that this was a cultural thing.
I mean, this is a whole article.
Also, by the way, not even worth talking about.
There's no, I don't feel like
honestly not
this
worth
is the
talking.
whole article. Look at this.
I really have no desire to even read it.
Oh my
It's like
God.
it doesn't mean anything to me. I don't care about it. I don't.
Yeah, because you're racist.
No, it has
I'm
nothing to do
joking.
with that.
I'm joking. Oh fuck, I was gonna say something else about that, but I don't remember. But yeah, that. Just,
What about Colt 45?
I've never even heard of that.
Colt 45 is still around?
Schlitz is a black person thing. I feel like that's
think
like a southern thing.
Well, maybe because in the
Colt
South.
45 beer.
Yeah.
Oh, this is like a 40, right? What is this?
I
Yeah.
don't know what
Oh my god, this is nasty. Like malt liquor. Yeah, it's malt liquor. It's not
Yes,
beer.
okay.
Oh, nasty
Same
shit.
difference.
You buy like it at 7-Eleven. I don't think
Gotcha,
they
it's
make
probably-
this anymore, Dad.
No? All right, whatever. Let's not bore our listeners.
It's owned by PBR actually.
So there was, Mom and I went last night. We went to dinner at Cut 432 on Atlantic.
Okay.
And I got
It's
to
a
tell you,
steakhouse restaurant for those who don't know.
I got to tell you, the food was phenomenal.
Okay.
No, I'm just saying.
Why are you shouting them out?
I'm just saying.
Okay.
So then later, Avalon, the restaurant?
Mm-hmm.
In the back by the men's room, there's a private bar. Like this, I'm just saying. I'm just talking about my night. What the fuck you?
No. But like, what did you do? You're not talking about your night. You're saying these restaurants are great, but like they didn't pay us for
Oh no,
this.
I don't give. Okay, I'm not talking about whether they as sponsor. I'm just saying.
Did you go to the private
yes, I went to it.
Was it cool?
Oh my god, you got me finished.
Okay, sorry.
So it was really cool. It was like in the back hallway, not like a speakeasy, like whatever, but like you wouldn't know it, like unless somebody told you about. So one of our friends we went to dinner with told us about it, and we went there for about an hour. It was nice.
Did you drink?
No, it was a good group of people. Some little bit of dance. It was actually a cool place. It was
Nice.
cool. Just thought I'd share that with you. I don't know what came to my mind.
No, we're catching up. I haven't seen you all weekend.
Yeah, it was. Because you were jet setting.
Yeah, why not?
All right.
Yeah, I mean, it was fine. It was an enjoyable trip. It was nice to see that COVID is like there's no such thing anymore at all.
Well,
I was in New York and there was not a single thing about it at all. Like no one
Good.
even batted
Good.
an eye,
Good.
which was great. Yeah.
So the two big Supreme Court decisions, right? That came down. You want to talk about them?
I know about Roe v. Wade. I don't know what the other one is.
And the other one was where the Constitution, Supreme Court justice, like New York said, you in order to have a concealed permit, you have to show that you need it for your safety. And I don't know a huge amount about it, but what happened was the Supreme Court said, no, you don't. That's not part of it. You don't have to show. You just have the right to bear arms. So they did away like New York City and New York laws against the gun laws. And it really was a very big for the second.
What do you mean? Like you can just have a gun in New York now?
You could apply for it. Yes. So years ago, up till I think it was 3 days ago, you couldn't get a concealed weapons permit in New York unless you showed you need it for work, like you were carried cash or jewelry or things like that. Now, so you had to show a reason that what you did threatened, sort of like was more dangerous, threatened your safety. That's not the case. So they did away. So yes, so now it's going to be more like, let's say Florida. They could still restrict certain things and maybe make it a little bit harder. But it was very interesting. I think that was a very big, important ruling.
But that's antithetical to.
I don't know what the antithetical means.
That's the opposite of what the Supreme Court was arguing. Why they overturned Roe v. Wade. The whole point of Roe v. Wade is saying
keep it to the states.
Federal government shouldn't make a rule that applies to everyone. It should be the states. And now they're saying the states. Now they're saying no. We're going to make a federal rule for guns.
I disagree.
I mean, I have no idea about this other one, so
I
I'm just going
disagree.
off what you're telling me.
I disagree also about Roe v. Wade. The thing about what my understanding,
Also, I guess gun rights are quite literally protected by the federal government in the Constitution.
so,
there's no abortion rights that are
there's
protected.
no abortion. There's zero abortion. The word abortion is not even in the Constitution.
Right.
So all they're doing is interpreting the Constitution and saying, listen, that should be a state by state basis. The Second Amendment with the right to bear arms,
Right.
that's specifically in the Constitution.
That's why I guess, I just
so they're
came to that
interpreting the
conclusion.
Constitution. And I got to tell you something.
But why should it? Yeah, sorry.
So I am 100% in favor of women's right to choose. That's just my. I can make. We talked about this, I know, but we can make arguments for both sides. But again, the narrative, what's going on, the way they're interpreting, the way they're trying to sell it and position it, they didn't take away anyone's rights at all. They didn't interpret it to take away rights, give more rights. They're just saying this is not a federal issue and needs to go to individual states.
But by doing that yesterday, in some states you could have gotten an abortion no problem because it was a right by the federal government, and now because of their decision, you cannot do that in some states.
But
so that is a right being taken away.
No, it's not. No, let me explain something because I think
it is
because this has been going on over since like 1973. But
it's a 50-year.
I'll give an example.
Been 50 years.
I'll give an example. Also, you lived in LA. You didn't you loved LA until shit happened with COVID, and then we realized, and you look at Newsom and how it was, and,
and I left.
And you left.
Not everyone can. That's very privileged to me.
But in the same token,
you have to admit,
that
it cost me tens of thousands of dollars to live.
Well, okay.
Not everyone can just do that, and I'm just one person. But imagine if you're five.
But on the same token,
that has to be acknowledged.
Listen, but why should it be?
And I left. I still have my job. If I had quit my job, I don't know if I would have left.
Right, but like, there's no guarantee in life with regards to all of those situations. But on the same token, I don't necessarily disagree that I'm happy that the Supreme Court justices are not going to be bamboozled with the woke.
No, and this is the opposite of it.
No.
They are making it political. Or partisan.
Listen. If it's not part of the Constitution and they're there to interpret the Constitution, then why should it not be a state thing? And keep in mind, I'm in favor of abortion.
But then why are we a country? Like you said.
But you're the one that said it should be the federal government should be gone.
No, I didn't say it. Yeah, right. So I'm saying, so if you think that it should be illegal to do something in LA, but legal in Florida, and if I don't like, or vice versa, and if I don't like it, I'll just leave. But if I go back, like there are some states now, if I leave a state to get an abortion in another state and I come back and they find out, I can go to jail.
Yeah, I don't.
Why are we a country if that's the case?
Okay,
those are different borders.
But you do understand.
What's the point?
But you do understand why
I'm with that. I think we all should.
I like Florida. That's the way Florida's ran better than, let's say, New York, and that's why I live in Florida.
Right, but also since the creation of the country up until 10 years ago, there was still a common identity between New York and Florida. Sure, there were little differences, little cultural differences.
Things are so divided.
But that's what I'm saying. So now it's like there's not only completely different identities. We think of them as not even, right? Like people in Florida think of New Yorkers as a different breed.
Fucking idiots, right?
And vice versa. So not only do we have different identities and cultures, but now we literally have different full-on laws that if you do one in the other, you can go to jail for it.
All right, but I have a question. Is it any different?
That's what we have with other countries.
I have a question though.
What's holding us together? What's binding us?
I have a question though. So for years, you can have your gun in Florida. If I want to drive my gun across the country, I can have it out in my car, loaded, with certain states, but certain states it can't be. That's just what, no one had an issue with that.
I did. I always did. That seems ridiculous. And a lot of people that most people have a problem with that. That's why most, especially of the left, think that
didn't bother me.
Sorry. Right, but you're not the country. There are 380 million other people besides you in this country that also have thoughts. You just said it didn't bother me, and it's like, yeah, but that doesn't matter. The majority of the left, actually all of the left, always was pushing for a federal gun control because they said it's ridiculous that you can do one thing in one state and a different thing in the other. They wanted a full on a federal level so that the same law across the board, which makes sense when it comes to laws.
Is that what they want, or they want to take away the gun rights? There's a big difference. They weren't saying we need to have same federal laws across the border, They're saying we want to take away the people's right to bear arms.
Right.
There's a big difference. There's a big difference with that, Bronson.
Yeah. So the left is saying we want to take away guns. When have they ever said
The
that?
left is 100%.
Maybe that might be the goal, but they don't say it.
100% is looking to take away from the citizens, from the people, to take away the right to bear arms. 100%. You don't agree with that?
Well, I'm about to answer. The left is definitely in favor of restricting gun ownership, for sure. I don't know if they want to take away everyone's guns. But they've always, you just said no one ever had a problem with people owning a gun in Florida, but not being able to own a gun in New York. The left was always trying to change that forever. They've been trying to make what do you think Biden means when he says gun control laws? He means the federal government creating laws dealing with gun control, which would apply to every state because a federal law applies to every state. So that I'm answering. You said no one cared, and the left has always cared.
No, I made a specific analogy about driving your car,
right? And it's a
state to state lines.
And don't you think that's ridiculous?
Or fireworks, state to state lines.
But isn't that ridiculous of a thing that we do in this country?
I don't know it. I never thought of it. I never thought
like
of it.
When we used to live in North Carolina in the summers, fireworks were illegal in North Carolina, so we would drive across the border to South Carolina, buy them, and then come back. Technically, that was illegal. No one really cared because it's like not harmless. When it's guns, different story. That's harmful.
So you think the federal government should keep the abortion across the board?
I don't. I don't.
Even though it's not part of the Constitution.
I think that it's ridiculous that we're even trying to pretend that we're a country anymore. This feels to me like it's
different
the straw
issue, though.
That broke the camel's back.
Okay, could be.
That will break the camel's back.
Could be.
Because how can we even, if I live in Texas and I fly to Arizona, get an abortion, come back, I can be arrested? That is where...
No, that's fucking retarded.
Yeah, we're a different
lot of it doesn't
country.
make sense. Things are going to change, I think, with regards to that, or some states are going to get stronger and weaker.
Yeah, and I also feel both ways. On the one hand, I think that the government should not make blanket rules that apply to everyone because that's ridiculous. I don't even think the government should exist. So how could I think that? But then I also think that protecting the whole point of the Constitution is to protect people's freedoms, right? Like to inscribe the first lines of the Constitution, like inalienable rights, right? So rights that no one can take away, right?
The Supreme Court enforces that.
Doesn't enforce it, but
not enforce it. Will interpret it, make the rules and
right,
determinations.
But what I'm saying is the whole point of America, the whole reason the founding fathers created this experiment was to say there are certain rights that we think that every single person should be able to have, and that they should never be able to be taken away by someone else.
I understand that.
I think that probably doing something to your own body should be included in rights that no one else can take away.
So then maybe what we need to do then is amend the Constitution. Because right now, it's a tough
and the
call.
left fucked up too with that. For 50 years they had Roe v. Wade as a rule in this country, right?
They could have amended.
They should have made it legit. They should have made it that it couldn't have just been overturned.
Okay.
They should have made it a constitutional amendment. They had 50 years to try and do it
with their justices.
Yeah, they didn't have 50 years with their justices, but
they had a majority
at a certain point, for sure. And they had many Democratic presidents within those 50 years. They had two of them.
Yes.
So I'm saying they had they're crying wolf now, but it's you had 50 years to
Bronny,
lock it in, guys.
And from what I hear,
why are you complaining now?
And what I hear, it's a good point, is that it's not like this came out of the blue. This has been going on for so many years. This continuous fight
since Roe v. Wade happened, and people have been.
So here's the thing, I 100% think that abortion should be legal across every country, right? So
across every state, you mean?
I mean every state, right? But what do you want to do?
But what does that even mean? That's the hard part.
Okay, let me just finish. So, but I also believe that when you are as a lawyer, if someone's innocent or guilty, even if I think they might be guilty, I still have an oath and an obligation as my role to defend that person or represent that person. So the Supreme Court justices are literally following what the Constitution says
to them, which is all we can do. But that's also inherently flawed.
Well, okay, but it has to be, Your thing, put it to the vote of the people. That doesn't work, right? So you said it many times. But we have people that are there, unfortunately. I agree. There are flaws.
That were chosen like by someone else
I get
for a
it.
reason. They were chosen because they lead a specific way.
100%. That part, right? That's a tough call.
Trick. It's like it's a scam.
And I don't think federal judge should be appointed for life. I don't agree with that. I think there should be terms.
No, but then there can't be terms, Dad, because then they have to.
It's a tough call.
If you have to be elected, then that means you have to be popular to the people. Otherwise, you won't be elected. And a judge can't be making decisions based on thinking, I need to be reelected.
Why the state courts do. State judges do.
State judges are elected?
Federal court is appointed. All of the judges are elected.
Like by me. Like I can go elected.
Yes,
Okay.
Yes, that's what it is. So the thing is this.
Also the whole Constitution, the idea, I've never subscribed to this, and it doesn't make sense to me that like a piece of paper that has like 7,000 words.
I get it.
That was written 200 years ago.
I get it.
230.
Then they should amend it.
No, but also like why you said their job is to interpret the Constitution. It's like, why do we need to interpret it? Why can't we?
Oh, but that's a different question.
No, but it's like we live so strictly by this
even religion. We live so strictly by fucking religion.
I know, but you think that's stupid, but you also are very proudly living by the Constitution.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that's the role. That's their role, and that's the document. That's my point. What I'm saying. I know, but let me finish. Let me finish. So if I know somebody's guilty and I'm representing them to protect their interests, I need to do what I need to do to interpret and handle that situation.
Sure, but I'm saying the idea of that is even stupid to begin with. The idea that a 300-year-old piece of paper written by people who didn't know what the internet was.
It tries to remove the emotional component. So then at my point...
But then let's just evolve it. Right, exactly.
Amend it then.
But many people in this country don't believe that it's a living document. They believe that it's set in stone, and that's the way it is, and we live that way. There's another camp that's called it a living document, that it should be alive and breathing and changing with the people and how it is. Of course it should be that way. It shouldn't be...
But the beauty is states can make their own laws, though. States can make their own laws. Yeah. They're doing it. We learned since COVID, down to the fucking local town and city level, how much fucking ridiculous power these officials have. States can make their own laws. So if you can't
but then they also sometimes can't.
What do you mean?
They sometimes can't. We have federal laws that supersede state laws.
Well, maybe sometimes you need someone for checks and balances for the general good of the people. I don't know. There's no right or wrong answer. I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying. It's just a weird position that we live in too. It's like it's like a paradox that it's like, yes, we also are autonomous as states, but then the federal government is even more autonomous than us always.
Look, I think that's
why we should just dissolve the federal government.
We all know, well, that's not so. We all know we have a lot of problems in our country. We know that this is more divisiveness. There's also there's a lot of issues, and the timing of everything, how it's purposeful. It's just there's a lot of issues.
I don't know if the timing is purposeful. Like, what would be the purpose?
I don't know. With the midterm elections coming up, who knows? There's so much corruption.
But why would that be?
But Brian, there's so much corruption going on that we don't even know. Like, how did that get leaked a month ago? There's so many things that we don't...
Yeah, I mean, the leak at this point is so moot, it doesn't matter.
Right, but my point is, there's so many things that we don't even have the knowledge or the know-how, and things are so corrupt that it's just the whole thing.
Exactly. So get rid of it.
Okay, it sounds nice to get rid of it.
No, but you always say, oh, but yeah, that's wishful thinking. It's like, we've never been closer.
We've never been closer?
We've never been closer to not being a country than we are today.
Yes.
In the history of this country.
We have a lot of problems. A lot of problems.
Yeah. It's crazy. I was on the car ride up here. I was listening to Tim Dillon's newest episode, and he was just talking about like July 4th.
You got your car wash, huh?
Yeah.
Looks good.
Thanks. He was talking about like how July 4th is coming up and like American pride and patriotism. And he was just talking about, I was thinking, I was like, it is kind of hard now to be like proud of America, which sucks. And I think everyone feels that way left and right. Left, right, center, up, down, whichever way. I don't think anyone right now is like, this country is the fucking best. I love it. We're doing everything right.
Well,
that used to be the case a lot in this country.
Yeah.
There were many generations of Americans that were like, We are the best, and we're doing the best, and there's nothing wrong with us.
Our government's a joke. Our social media is a fucking joke, and our news is a joke, and it's a problem on both sides, and that's the real fucking problem. And there's too many years ago. There's too many
people. First of all,
well, it's not even that, but there's
a big problem when you have too many opinions going on.
There's a few elite people controlling everything,
but there always have been.
I think with social, I think it's worse. I think it's worse. I'm telling you, I'm a little older.
They have, I guess, they have more power because there's more things to have power over. But I mean, what were the founding fathers if not the elites? 20 elite men making all the rules.
You understand what I'm saying? But the world was a lot smaller. I just think
right. That's what I'm saying. We have too many people.
Now,
but that's not the reason why things are bad. It's like if there's a few people controlling everything, it would be in their best interest to make everything great. The whole history of the world, every single country has had a few people controlling everything.
Ronnie, we spend so much.
They might just be more
time
in secret now
on diversity, fucking Pride Month, LGBT, trans, all this stuff. All this shit we spend all the time. When the fucking bottom line is, we have so many fucking illegal people coming in from our borders. We have corrupt people coming in. We have drugs fucking coming. They literally they're literally spending time to ban Juul from Juul, right?
It's gone.
Gone. That's right.
Yeah.
They spent all this fucking time. Are you kidding me?
That was another Supreme Court thing that came out.
All this time.
Forgot about that.
When they should be fucking, or they're giving $40 billion to fucking Ukraine or whatever it is, when they should be giving, take care of our own fucking country. It's almost, no, listen, Bronson, but I'm telling you, it's so fucked up what our government's doing, where we spend so much time talking about transgender, affirmative action, discrimination, BLM, George Floyd. We talk about all stuff with Ukraine. When we have major, you're talking about, you know what kind of major fucking problems we have in our fucking country with regards to economics and health and homeless and our problems with our fucking gas and everything like that, and inflation all-time high and the CPI so high. I mean, it's a major fucking problem. But yet, let's give $40 billion to Ukraine. Let's do this fucking thing. Let's talk more about, let's say Juul is outlawed and is illegal in our country. Like, really? But
it's because it's easier.
Wait.
It's much easier to just say Juul's outlawed. Hey, we're doing something. Than be like, we're gonna fix inflation. It's like that's so
my
much
point.
harder.
But so let's go ahead and take.
But it's not like it's one or the other.
No, but Bronson, the problem is the fucking moron fucking idiots. So let's make Juul illegal. Juul's illegal in our country, but let's make it legal to do drugs in, is it Seattle or Portland? Where was it?
In New York. But
it's comical. Or crime in, where was it? Chicago or Illinois?
I don't know what you're talking about.
If a cop can't chase.
No, New York.
Is that New York? I think it's Chicago.
Well, New York, theft under $1,000 is not.
That's different. That's theft under $1,000.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Right, but I think it's Chicago or Illinois, where a cop, if a cop questions, if you flee from a cop, they cannot chase you. Could you imagine? So the criminal is a criminal. They have priors if they're running away. They fucking have something on them and they can commit another crime. So let's go ahead and take fucking Juuls and say, okay, no problem, but let's let illegal people in and bring fentanyl over all the fucking crime.
Yeah, man, it's not one or the other.
No, but it is. No, but the point is,
and then fentanyl's illegal.
No, but
they come over illegally.
But Bronson, we're letting them over legally.
We aren't.
No, we are.
No.
We're letting them in our fucking country.
No one's saying, hey, come on here, citizenship.
Do you understand what I'm talking
about?
They're
illegal.
Wait,
you're calling them illegal immigrants.
Wait, do you understand what I'm talking about? When you don't fucking protect the borders and you let them in and you're letting fucking
but it's still illegal.
Okay.
It might not be enforced.
Okay. Bronson, so let's do this.
But you're saying they're banning Juul, but they're letting fentanyl. It's like they're not letting fentanyl.
You have cancer and you cut it and you're worried about your fucking toenails being clipped. Really? Do you understand the difference?
Yes, but you also, when you have cancer, you can't neglect your toenails. You can do both.
No,
you
can't
solve the cancer in one day. You can solve that in one day.
You can make it different. No, you can make it different.
But you can slowly work.
You can't have the same fucking week saying Juul is illegal, but we're open up fucking where now I think it's Seattle where you can have it's a drug. You can have drugs and here's no problem. You can't get arrested. Hardcore fucking drugs. Or you have New York saying, we're going to give you fucking kits so you can do your own heroin. So you don't get, so you feel safe. Okay,
but it's still illegal.
Okay, Bronson, you understand
And
what
they're
I'm saying?
not the reason Red
You
Jewel specifically is
understand-
because it was for kids.
Oh, please. You
That's
understand?
why.
Meanwhile, you know how many kids are dying from fucking fentanyl? You know how much is coming in from
I
over
know,
the
but
fucking border?
right? But there's
Because
fighting
they're not
it.
at the border.
The DEA every day is
No,
fighting it.
they're not even
it's
at
not
the
like
fucking
it's
border.
Not, fentanyl's not legal.
They're
Dad.
not even. Okay, I'm not saying fentanyl is legal.
But you said they're banning Juul, but they're letting fentanyl. It's like no one's letting
they
fentanyl.
are letting it in.
No, they're fighting it. They're
Can't. Not fighting.
They're
it
losing.
In.
They're fighting
Okay,
a war and they're
Bronson,
losing.
Bronson, you do understand that they never even been to the fucking borders. They're letting
What do you
everybody
mean?
in.
Who's never been to the borders?
The president, the vice president.
Have they not?
They have not.
I don't even know what that means.
They have not been since the whole fucking problem with the borders.
Borders. What does that mean?
Where everyone's coming in? The fucking
Where
refugees.
are they coming in? Just the Mexican border because they come in through Florida a lot. Have they never been to Florida?
You understand what I'm saying?
They're in Fort Lauderdale Beach last month. Those guys
It's a
on the
problem.
ship.
It's a problem.
Right,
But this is where they need to. You can't. Okay, I can't have this conversation with you. You're annoying me. Seriously.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be annoying.
No, but
I thought we were having. Oh, I wasn't trying to be anything.
Oh my god, you're fucking unbelievable. You know
Thinking
what?
about
You better you guys better figure it
I was
out.
not trying to
because
be-
your generation's fucked. You guys better fucking figure it out.
I was not trying to be.
But you understand? You need
annoying at
you
all.
need to figure it out. You understand the differences. When I say to you, I'll give you an example, Bronson. If you have a fucking
why are
exam
you getting
tomorrow,
mad at me? I'm not
if
doing
you have an
anything.
exam tomorrow and you tell me, guess what, Dad? I did my laundry. I'm like, you're focusing your energy on your laundry when you have an exam tomorrow. Do you understand the concept?
Yeah, I've been
It doesn't
following
even
along the
require
whole time with you.
response. My point is,
Okay,
it's,
so I won't respond.
No, so when you're saying whether to waste the time of talking about LGBTQ, or when Biden comes to office and they pass a bill about he, thee, they, she, you can't say aunt, you can't say it's birthing parent. Do you understand that's fucking comical? Rather than putting fucking armed forces at the fucking border to stop people from getting in here illegally. Do you understand the huge difference?
Yes. Yeah.
So it's not one or the other, but if you're going to prioritize, fucking prioritize. Jewels are not the problem.
Right. And
Bigger drugs are the problem.
This entire time I've been agreeing with you. And I gave you the answer. It's because it's easier. It's so much easier to get a little win than to fix immigrant.
I agree with that.
That's what I've been saying this whole time. I've been agreeing with you. I don't know why you were getting mad.
I don't think you agree with me, but that's okay.
Oh my! I was sitting here listening to you the whole time,
Okay,
and
then I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I'll be wrong many times. No big deal.
Oh, I don't. Why you? I'm just confused. Why you think I'm attacking you or something?
I don't
you
think
I'm
you're
not listening
attacking me.
I thought I was participating in your
If
conversation.
I get annoyed, I don't think you're attacking me.
Yeah, but why are you annoyed at me? Or are you just annoyed, or are you annoyed at me?
No, I'm annoyed at you because you.
I wasn't trying to be annoying.
But when you,
I was agreeing
By
with
the
you.
way, if I get annoyed at you, I don't think you're trying to be annoying to me. I don't think.
Right,
that.
but I guess maybe I'm just saying I'm confused why you got annoyed at me.
It doesn't matter.
I wasn't trying to be annoying. So
doesn't
sometimes I can see that I'm being annoying. So I get that you can get annoyed. But I was agreeing with you with this. You were saying, how can they focus on that? I'm saying, yeah, because it's easier. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's much easier to ban Juul and say, hey, we got to win. We did it. Than to ban, to stop the fentanyl.
Then I took it wrong. No problem. We're good.
Okay. Yikes. Got a little confused. Let's pivot totally from political. Unless you want to, if you're still triggered, you want to keep going because there's a great new.
What?
But you might be too heated for this to handle this. Then
don't do it then.
No, it's a good one.
I'm annoyed.
It's a good one. I just don't. I'm gonna skirt your annoyance towards this and off me because I think you'll like this. So or no, you won't like it, but you'll get triggered. The Navy released the Navy was doing like training within the U.S. Navy was doing like training within their.
Is this to be less white?
No.
Because there was something just recently happened where they, whatever.
What?
I forget what it was. Mom and I were watching something about the program was to be West Point coming in how to be less white.
I don't know. I'll look that up after there. But this is
oh, stop! I can't watch.
This is shown.
Stop.
To soldiers as part of their training. Soldiers have to. We'll get the details after. But
oh my god,
this was for Pride Month.
July 4th. It's right around the corner.
Yes.
And you know what's better than having to keep your flagpole clean?
Oh, look at you.
It's Manscaped.
Right.
Keep that shit. By the way, very important.
Flagpole, and there's usually bushes at the bottom of the flagpole.
I'm talking about your shaft, right? Your shaft's got to be clean and shiny.
The shaft of a penis.
Right, which is your flagpole. You want it to raise high.
Yeah, nice little analogy. I like it.
And you want your balls to be nice and trimmed.
You want to trim the bushes around the flagpole.
Right. You don't want fucking weeds growing out. So
No.
what better way to do that to celebrate than have your fucking Manscaped 4.0, right?
Certainly. The Lawnmower 4.0. Lawnmower help you trim your hedges around your flagpole to help you raise your flag and maybe seal the deal on July 4th.
And for the woman, no less, right? You want the fucking runway of land the plane fucking July 4th
Right.
on the runway and let it be fucking clean.
Certainly. Yeah,
Right.
and you can do that with all of Manscaped's products. They
Best
will
products.
help you do that for sure. And, you know, the Lawnmower 4.0 is their new trimmer, which if you guys don't have a trimmer yet, you need to get it. If you already have a trimmer, I can guarantee you this is better than your current one.
100%.
If you already have an old Manscaped, like a 3.0 or 2.0,
which we used to have.
yes,
and this
then I
was
can
much
guarantee
better.
you this is better. Because
Correct.
it's wireless charging, it's waterproof, it's got the LED light.
No nicking.
It uses Manscaped skin safe technology, so you can trust it down there around the family jewels, and
Great
hopefully
stuff.
it'll help you that this July 4th, you can shoot a little of your own fireworks out of your flagpole. Getting way too
Wow, that's disgusting.
raunchy.
But serious note, everybody, it's fucking phenomenal. The products are great. We have the body wash. We have the hair, right? The hair gel. The
True, that's a real
2-in-1
sleeper.
conditioner that no one really even knows about.
Right. Everyone thinks of Manscaped as like trimming your balls,
Which
but
is
they
great.
also
We do
keep
it.
the rest of your body clean and smelling good because they have 2-in-1 shampoo conditioner,
Which is awesome.
which smells really good, and it's in a nice metal bottle with a pump, so it's like no plastic. It's good for the environment. Body wash and a pump. I use their deodorant. My favorite thing actually that I use is
the little razor.
the little razor too, but they have, so you know how like women put on lotion on their body to keep their skin smooth and hydrated? You can't really do that as a guy and not be bitchy, like putting on lotion. Manscaped perfected it. They have what's called a hydrating body spray. So it's lotion, but it's in a spray. It looks like a can of deodorant.
Right.
And it smells really masculine. So you spray it all down on your body. It hydrates your skin, keeps it moisturized, but you're not like a bitch putting on lotion, and then it
Right.
dries right on your skin, so it's not like oily. and shit.
Perfect.
It's really
It's a
good.
great. We've been using their prior versions for years. We're using the 4.0, which is phenomenal. Great product. It really is. It works. It's clean, and there's nothing nicer than a fucking bushy ball sack. Honestly, disgusting. And then the ears, which are great.
Right, the
see
weed
guy-
whacker.
You ever see the guys with the fucking nose hairs and the ears out of the thing, or they got the disgusting?
Yeah, I have to use
guy.
mine almost every day at this
But
point,
that's okay.
but it works.
But that's okay.
Right.
You need to keep your ears clean, and you need to keep your fucking nostrils clean. It's disgusting.
Yeah, so keep yourself clean so that your flagpole can get rubbed down and have success and shoot all the fireworks out, and you can be overjoyed.
You can raise that flag with pride.
Yeah, there you go. Be a patriot and raise that flag with pride by heading over.
Especially in Pride Month.
Sure, by heading over to manscaped.com. You use the code DaddyIssues20. You get 20% off of all the things we talked about and everything else they sell, and you'll get free shipping. So once again, it's manscaped.com. Use the code DaddyIssues20. You'll get 20% off free shipping on your entire order, and you will make your July 4th more patriotic, and you'll make ours because it helps the show every time you support the sponsors.
Johnny, and I use he, him pronouns.
Hi, and I'm Kanchi, and I use she, her pronouns.
And we're here to talk about pronouns.
What is a pronoun? A pronoun is how we identify ourselves
That's not true.
apart from our name, and it's also how people refer to us in conversations.
Using the right pronouns is a really simple way to affirm someone's identity. It is a signal of acceptance and respect.
If it's a signal of acceptance and respect, how do we go about creating a safe space for everybody?
Oh my God.
That's a good question. A really good way to do that is to use inclusive language. Instead of saying something like, hey guys, you can say, hey everyone, or hey team.
Yeah, and
my
now that you say that, another way that we could show that we're allies and that we accept everybody is to maybe include our pronouns in our emails, or like we just did, introduce ourselves using
It
our
keeps
pronouns.
going.
Are you fucking
what I
kidding
do
me?
is
It's a 4-minute video.
Okay, I have to watch this.
It's from the Navy. Look,
Oh.
Nave speaks.
Oh, okay. You're done.
It's
No,
literally
China
to the Navy
wait.
training.
You said everybody looks like this. We're done. America's done. We have a big. Forget about the problem. You don't think we
That's
have a
what I'm
country.
saying. How do we feel pride in America?
Wait. Forget about the fact. Okay, you have to send me that link. Number one. Number two is forget about the fact that Bronny that we have issues in America. We're gonna be owned. They're gonna take over, physically take over our country.
They don't need to. They don't even need to waste
they're
resources
going
on
to.
physical. No, what they're doing is they're letting us
I gotta
tank
watch
it
this.
ourselves.
I gotta watch this.
this is for the Navy, right? Which are soldiers. So they go into battle. And they said, how do we make this a safe space for everyone? I just thought I thought that line was so funny.
First of all, these two have never been in the Army. I mean, in the armed forces.
And this is who they chose to
Correct.
present it.
That's who they chose. Yep.
They don't know how to be on camera. They don't know what they're saying. They're stumbling over their words.
Why do I have to fucking refer to you as he, thee, they, she, whatever? What the fuck? Why do I have to?
You don't have to. But
and why can't inclusive. I say, hey guys, let's come over here? Even to the girls. It's like when someone says to me, hey John, Merry Christmas. I'm Jewish. I'm like, Merry Christmas back. Like, get a fucking life. Seriously. Ronnie, your generation is fucked up. It ain't my generation doing this shit. That are worried about safe space.
But
no.
the problem,
your fucking generation.
I know, but what I don't get. I mean, I do get it, but it's your generation that's allowing it.
I don't get it. I don't.
It's your generation that it's like when you babysit kids, and the kids, of course, kids are going to act a certain way, but you don't just let them paint on the walls. You say, "Hey, knock it off. I'm the adult here." Why is your generation, who are the adults, letting all the kids?
I don't get it.
Do what they want to do.
I don't understand it. This is fucking retarded. Seriously, you got to play another. I have to watch this,
and it's so poorly, like the production.
Background. Yeah, woman.
I just did introduce ourselves using our pronouns.
But what would I do if I misgender?
They're so bad.
I think the first thing to recognize is that it's not the end of the world.
Oh, it's not the end of the world?
And move on, or you accept the correction and move on. The most important thing I can tell you is do not put the burden of making you feel good about your mistake on the person that you just misgendered.
Oh, thank you for telling me that.
Yeah, and another tip.
What does that even mean?
For you to remember their pronoun next time, it's in your mind. Kind of go through a progression of 3 good things about the person using their pronoun. So let's say the person chooses to use they, then you will in your mind go, they have a nice shirt. They have a nice smile. They are really smart. So that kind of sticks in your brain.
You're really so fucking stupid.
I want to know, what would I do if I
keeps going?
Ron, someone's gender identity.
All right, you got to turn this off. You guys are done. Done.
This is if this was to
how do you find this?
If this was to tech companies, I would be like, I wouldn't even have wanted to talk about it. The fact that it's the military.
Okay, that's a fucking problem.
That's here. The Navy is training its members to create a safe space by using proper gender pronouns in a new instructional video modeled after a children's show. I mean, this article is clearly written with a bias, but the official training video is meant to emphasize the importance of using correct pronouns as well as polite etiquette. Let's see. The Navy published the video online last month. The Defense Visual Information Distribution Service touts the video as, quote, an official U.S. Navy video posted by Air Force Staff Sergeant John Vannucci.
He should be fired. Ronnie, enough with the safe space shit. I'm over this. I'm over it.
Well, that's just what's so funny to me. It's
give me a fucking
break.
break.
You're telling people that they need to have a safe space, and then you're sending them off to get shot.
No, but Ronnie, why do people need a safe space? Seriously. Can't you? I mean, give me a fucking break. Toughen up. Stop being a pussy.
Yeah, I mean, technically no one needs a
safe space. Everyone needs to be whatever. I'm not there to make people feel good about themselves. They need to make themselves feel good about themselves. It's not my fucking role. It's not my role.
Of course not. And you shouldn't be forced to do anything. But also, it's like, it's nice to be nice to people.
But I'm not saying I'm not being nice, but I'm not there. Listen.
Right. You don't exist to make that person feel good.
I have my own life, my family, and my kids, and my own shit to do, my work, and my stresses, and my lack of time for things. There's only 24 hours in a fucking day. I have to worry about how that person feels? Give me a fucking break. If you're not happy with how you feel, get in a fucking therapy and look in the mirror. It's not my problem to make you feel better about yourself. It's my job. I have to make you feel better. I want to make you as my kids and my friends and my family. But I'm not saying I'm going to be a dick to people. But if someone says to me, I refer to myself as they, I would be like, just get the fuck out of here. Seriously. Here's the thing. I don't care if somebody is gay, transsexual, is that right? Transgender. I'll talk to them like, but don't tell me because some fucking person with blue hair wants to just for attention say, I refer to myself as they. Get the fuck out of here.
Or if you said something to someone and it didn't apply at all, that's the problem. It's like, if someone came up, if some individual, like I would treat an individual however they want it to be treated. But if it's like we're trying to change things on a macro level, then that's where it's just really stupid.
I know, I'm over this. I'm over it. But hey, that's important. That and the jewels. Jewel, right?
Yeah.
Jewel.
Yeah.
That and Jewel. Very important.
Juul.
Very important that these are important things that we've taken on, and hopefully our armed force will be much better between that and the woman in the Air Force was raised by 2 moms. Great fucking country. Yeah, fuck July 4th now.
Right. That's what Tim.
You ruined it for me now. You fucking ruined July 4th.
That's what Tim was saying. He was like, "How can we be proud this year?"
I don't know. Whatever.
And there's no fireworks. Have
Why?
you heard that?
No.
There's a huge supply chain shortage. That there were no fireworks. They're really hard to get. So a lot of towns are not having fireworks shows. They can't. They can't even buy them. They can't find them.
So that's a joke. The fact that we can't get food to our fucking formula to our babies is a fucking joke. But yet, let's spend the time on banning Juul. No, it's a problem. It's a waste.
I mean, the Juul ban has been 6 years in the making.
Okay, but
yes, I do understand what you're saying.
Fucking joke. Fucking, you're gonna see that. I think it's gonna be a big fucking problem. I think it's gonna be a big fucking riots and upbringing.
Yeah, there's gonna be this
with economics with people. You're gonna see there's gonna be a lot of what?
It's summertime. It's riot time. That's what we live. We live in a country where it's summertime.
You're gonna see
it's
people,
riot
the
time.
desperate people, do desperately. They're gonna have. I feel it. In my economic position, feel the economy. I feel the difference. I see it. I change my way of spending. I firsthand see it, and I'm in a good, decent position. What about people who don't make that kind of money? They're fucked.
Right.
When people are
they
desperate,
go
crazy at desperate things.
Right. And when things get bad and people are desperate, they revolt. And when revolutions happen, countries fall. It happens time and time again.
All right, so maybe
when people say
it's time to get
so unrealistic, America will never. It's like you think that France in the 1800s thought it was so unreal. They thought they were going to be forever, and then Reign of Terror happened, and they revolted and created a new country.
Get rid of fucking Pelosi, Schumer, and fucking all these.
No, they're all. They're all
even
bad.
the Republicans.
Yes, of course.
They all fucking suck.
When you say the government's corrupt, it's not just one
everyone,
side. It's
100%.
The government.
100%.
Yeah,
They're
absolutely.
fucking retarded fucking losers who only care about themselves. That's a fucking problem.
Right. The problem.
I was so happy to go on this fucking podcast, and now I'm fucking sweating my ass on. I'm fucking aggravated.
So we can pivot to something fun because there's a new trend on TikTok that's just a fun thing.
Fucking aggravated, people. This is not good, Bronny. I haven't done the podcast with you in a while. I feel like it's been over a week, and I'm fucking aggravated right now. I'm giving it up. I'm done. You're going solo.
Okay.
All right. I'm not really done, guys, so don't worry about it.
There's this new thing on TikTok that people are doing that's fun that we can do. It's a fun game. So you rate people, women, right? Women, you can rate them 1 through 10.
Okay.
In terms of looks, right? So there's a game where you say a person's number and then you give a qualifier and see if it changes. So I'll give you an example. She's a 10, but she she doesn't wash her feet in the shower. What is she now?
It depends how good looking she is. But
No. She's Dad, I told you how good looking she is. I said she's a 10.
Could drop probably to an 8.
Right. So okay. So you got the game, right?
It's not that complicated.
Okay. I'm explaining. I just wanted to make sure.
All right.
So people are doing it with a bunch of different things. So I thought we could go back and forth with a few.
Okay. Sure.
So think of one.
Oh, well, are we doing only based on women or anything?
I don't find men attractive. So yeah, I'm going to do it based on women.
No, but you're saying a car. Okay.
No. That's not the game.
Oh, okay. So
that's why I wanted to make sure you got it. And then you sassed me and we're like, of course I got it.
I would tell you the person, I tell you the person afterwards.
If you got it, just do it. Let's see.
Oh, so I have a question though. So
see, I knew you were going to get it. I told you.
But you're not going to so you just say, all right, so, all right, so she's a 10, but she farts?
In front of me?
Yeah.
Still an 8 because she's a 10.
Oh, no, I would drop that shit to a 5.
But she's a 10. I don't think you're realizing the scale. How many 10s have you seen in your life?
There's a lot of 10s out there.
A 10, it means they're the hottest girl you've seen. That's what a 10 means.
There are a lot of them.
So if she's the hottest girl you've ever seen and she's farted in front of you, now she's an average girl, it goes that much down for you.
So 5's average? Okay.
5 is average. So here's another one. I don't know. She's a 3, but she thinks you're the funniest guy ever.
She's a 3.
Wow, it didn't go up for you.
Because most people think I'm funny.
She thinks you're the funniest guy ever. So she's still just
4.
Oh, wow.
I mean,
see,
a three-
if she's a 3 and she thinks I'm super funny, she's a 6 for sure. She
But a
goes up.
3 is unattractive. Like
Yeah.
you went low.
Right, but it makes right.
No,
But
3 is
this is the game.
unattractive.
Okay, do it.
So she's a 10, but she has hairy nipples.
Like nipples around her hair or on, or like hair around her nipples or on
Either
her
way,
nipples?
have you ever seen a chick with fucking hairy nipples?
No. So she's a 10, but she has hairy nipples. How much hair are we talking?
I don't know.
Like my chest.
Oh no, that would be a -40.
Yeah, that would be a 0. But if it's no 10 to 0 is a real problem.
Oh no, if the girl had hair like on
If
her
she had
body,
my chest.
she's -0.
Okay, so yeah, I guess if that's it, she's a 10, but she has my chest.
she should be
She's
killed.
a 0.
She should be killed.
I agree. It goes straight to 0.
But if she just has some
But she's
hair,
a 10, but she has a little bit of hairy nipples.
well, you could see it.
A 9.
You could see it.
Still a 9.
Wow,
she's a
you
10.
have low standards. That becomes a 9.
She'd keep her shirt on.
No.
And she's still a 10.
No, wow.
She.
No. This is terrible, so demeaning to women.
No, but everyone's doing it. Women are doing it with guys. They're saying like he's a 10, but she's a maybe we could do it where like bringing a girl home. Like if I was like, with like a girlfriend, because then that's like a good.
Okay.
Like so let's do it with she's my girlfriend, right? So she's a 10, but she's not Jewish. In your eyes, what is she now?
Still a 10.
So it doesn't change her. And it's not
Because-
really just
you know
looks.
why?
It's what you like.
Because
No, I'm talking.
if the person's just because she's not Jewish doesn't make her any
No,
worse
but
a person.
but play the game a little. You know what I mean?
For me, if
don't
you
be
brought
lame.
home a girl who was a 10 and she wasn't Jewish, she still would be a 10 looks wise.
Right, but so now I'm not fully talking about just looks. I'm talking about everything. Rated the
Okay.
girl, not how hot she is, just the girl.
Okay, is this one? If you brought
We're
home
just
a girl,
playing a game.
I
It doesn't need to be so.
No, but I'm saying, but it all depends because I don't think anything less of, let's say, Bryce's girlfriend because she's not Jewish.
Just
But
play the game.
all right, don't use that one. That's not a good analogy.
Okay.
Because it depends if you're going to marry the person.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying in this scenario with me and you. So she's
It would drop to an 8 because I wish you had.
right. Okay, see now you're playing. Okay, fine.
All right, so she's a 10.
Remember, there are numbers in between 1
Yeah,
and
but
10.
I'm not that deep. She's a 10, and you are going down,
Okay.
and you find toilet paper there.
Ooh, that would be just like an ick, I guess.
Yes, that's what it is, right?
So she's a 10 though. She's still a 10. I don't know.
Okay,
she's a 10.
okay, I'm sorry.
If she's a 7.
No, she's an 8. She's a
No.
solid 8.
If she's an 8, it goes down to 7. If she's a 7, it goes down to 5. If she's a 5, it goes down to 2. You know?
Okay, you have way too much thought on
No,
this.
the hotter they are, the more they can get away with. Of course,
That's true.
Of
That's
course. If she's a 5 and she has toilet paper there, and then it's like I'm done, I'm out. I don't even need to be here.
Okay, what
if
if-
she's an 8 and she does, I'm still there.
What if she's a 10 but has no personality? They drop to a 5 real
She
quick.
might honestly drop down to a 3.
Yeah, that
And a
because
3. No, let's say a 6 who has the best personality
is an 8.5.
easy, maybe a
I
9.
agree, 100%. I agree.
Maybe a 9.
I agree, 100%.
Yeah.
Because Mom and I've known some attractive women, and then they have 0%, and then you
literally forget they're
No,
attractive.
here's what happens. We get in the car with Mom, and I go, "What guy would ever want to be married to that?"
Yeah. Or there's sometimes where like I know girls who I'm friends with who are like not really like I'm not attracted to them,
But
then they're so cool that I'm like, oh, actually they're kind of cute now. Like it
Well,
makes
what
you like
about
them.
what about I no, sorry. There are overweight women that keep themselves looking clean, and they're not unattractive. But then there's overweight women that are just let themselves go and they're unattractive.
Of course, yeah.
You know what I'm
Definitely.
saying?
Of course, yeah, that's obvious.
Okay, so what if the person is a
She's a 6, but she's really into cars. Like knows a lot of shit. For me, honestly, that might make it go down.
well, then she's a dude,
Right,
or
that's
a
what I'm
guy.
saying. But I'm asking.
It wouldn't do anything. The car thing doesn't. I
it
don't
would just
care what.
say.
Yeah, like I don't
So
care.
she's still
Mom's
a
not in the
six.
cars. I don't care one bit about cars.
right
for the woman.
But you're not playing. Yes,
It doesn't do it
So
for
if it was
me,
asked for me, like I would probably say it would go down to a 4 because it's like I don't really want. I don't. that makes her less likable to me.
Yeah. What about if she is a 6 but a phenomenal cook?
8.5.
What if she's a 6 and what if she's a 5 and she worships you and really loves you?
10. 10. No. In reality, easily 7.5 to 9 in that range.
And what if she's a 10 but sucks in bed? Dude, it's a 4.
No, she's a 10 though.
No, that's just visually.
Right, but I'm just thinking like.
But if she sucks in bed, or what if a kid?
Okay,
oh,
what if she's a 2, but it's the best sex you've ever had in your life?
4.
Yeah,
because you
a
still gotta
2
look at the person.
A 2 is really
What if she's a 10 but has the worst breath?
1.
Oh, you want to
1.
puke?
Literally, I want to say 0, but it would only.
What if she's a 10 or if a JJ smells?
0.
Yeah, nasty.
0. It's not worth anything.
Can't even get an erection.
No. Why you only suck on 10? 10.
I know what I'm saying, because I'm saying the best or the worst.
What if she? I mean, 1s aren't possible. I don't think I've ever met a 1 in my life. Right? I was like, she's a 1.
No, we don't know.
What if she's a 10, but she's a Nazi?
Hates Jews?
Kind of hot. Yeah.
Okay. Again, I need some parameters.
If she's a 10 and she hates shoes, an 11.
What she means,
She's kind of hot.
because there's an aesthetic component.
It's just the thing. You're thinking too deeply into it.
All right.
It's just a thing that people are doing on TikTok.
I don't know. I think the key is you get someone who's an 8 who has it all going on. Like they're outgoing, they're nice.
Is that an 8? If most people could get an 8, that's the dream. An 8 is really, really
depends
good.
If the person's a 6, but if the person's a 9 or 10 themselves, they shouldn't be going for an 8.
No, right.
What do you think?
Looks-wise.
What do you think of yourself as?
What do I think of myself as a 1 to 10? Looks or total package?
Let's talk looks and total package.
Look
and why?
Okay, out of 1 to 10 looks, I think I'm a solid 7.4.
Okay, I think that
Maybe even getting up to 7.6.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you my thoughts on
Total
that.
package.
Can I talk about that?
Wait, let me do both, and then you can.
No, okay.
Fine.
I think from a looks, you're a solid 9.
Thanks, Dad.
Ask your mother.
Of course, mom's gonna say you're a 10. What are you talking
No,
about?
because you're a 9. You're not a 10.
No, I'm not.
You are 100%. You are much better than 7.
I'm much above average.
You have low self-esteem.
No,
I need to get you
I'm
therapy.
realistic. No,
no.
7.5 is good.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
That's a C.
No, but
That's a C.
no, because you can't do a grade scale.
Okay, 7.5
5
is not good.
5
It's failing.
No, that's why I'm saying you can't do a grade scale. 5 is average. That means half of the world are 5s.
Okay, you are more than 7. Let's move on. What do you think total
No, I thought
package?
7.6. Maybe, 7.8 now that you boosted my ego a little bit. Total package, 8.7, 8.9.
And why is that, Bronny?
Because I think
you said you 8.7, 8.9.
I think like if someone just sees a picture of me, they're like, they might be like, oh, he's cute. I think when people get to know me, they're like, oh, there's a lot more there. I think I bring a lot more to the table than just my looks.
I think you're 9 in looks, and I think you are. And I think and I think you are 9.4 total package.
Why? How can I get to 10?
Age. You need more life experience. You need to.
So I'll age
get a
into
job.
10.
You got to get a job. It depends how you take care of yourself.
I can age into 10.
If a couple more Levain cookies, you might drop to an 8.4. Who knows?
Oh, okay.
Who knows?
What do you think you are?
I think from a look standpoint, at my age,
yes.
At my age, you're gonna laugh.
Don't say 10. Don't say 10.
I think I'm probably about from a look standpoint, I think I'm probably about 9.3.
Good for you.
Okay.
Good for you.
Total
package wise,
9.6.
Yeah, good. I was hoping you would say that there's more than just the
9.6.
looks. Yeah.
I'm definitely in the 9 range for looks. I seriously, I know I look good. I'm not trying to be a dick. I know I look good.
So 10 is perfect.
Right, no, it's perfect.
So you think you're just below perfect looks?
No. I think that
9.3 is just below.
A guy 55 years old.
So Brad Pitt's a 10. You're right below Brad Pitt.
I don't think Brad Pitt's a 10. He's also younger, but my point is
he's not younger. He's definitely your age.
I think I look just as good as Brad Pitt from a facial position.
From a facial standpoint.
I don't know his body. I don't have the trainer like he does. But my point is, but I think I look good. I think I'm in the. So then maybe a 9, 9.1, 9.2, same difference.
Okay, I think your scale's a little inflated, but I like that you have.
I don't agree with you. I think I'm right on the mark.
I think if you think okay, the problem is 5 is average, which means half of the world are 5s.
I'm okay with that, but I'm not remotely there.
Right?
I'm not even saying I'm narcissistic.
No, that's why I would think.
I'm not even
I would
remotely there.
say for your age, 8.7.
Okay, and I would put mom totally in the 9s.
Oh wow, you won't give mom a 10. Mom, that won't give you a 10.
I think mom's face is great, and then and I think she's even better when you get to know her. Mom's definitely in that range.
So mom's 9 looks wise, 10 package.
No, 10 is I don't know a 10. 10 is the absolute perfect. It just doesn't exist.
No, but that's not how scales work. If it's a scale, that means there have to be 10s.
There are people better looking than your mother and myself, hands down.
Right, but you said you're 9.4.
Wait,
so that means there are not many people better
but there are. When you say 380 million people, there are. Listen, and then when you add in the factor, there's still a lot more people that are better than mom and I.
So you think that you're better looking than 95% of the world?
Yeah, yes, I do.
Nice. Good for you. Okay.
And I'm not saying from a narcissistic standpoint.
No, it's not. Oh, yeah, that's not narcissistic at all by
No,
any means.
I'm not saying narcissistic. No, you asked me, you want me to lie? I'm just giving my opinion.
I think it's funny. And it's good. But see, I have very high self-esteem, and I think I'm an 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gives you room for growth.
Although, to be fair, I did have a great ego boost this week.
Which is?
There's one of my friends has like one of her friends who like is like, she's kind of just introduced to me and all my guy friends, and she's cute. She's like a very attractive girl, and so all my guy friends have been like bothering the girl. Hey, give so and so my number. Can you give me so and so's number? Ask her if she thinks I'm cute. Whatever. Right? All these things. I didn't. I was like, this girl's very attractive. I just was like, that's not who I am. Like I'm gonna be whatever. I ran into the girl in the Hampton. So first of all, multiple guys who asked for a number, she was like, no, I'm not interested or whatever. I ran into this girl in the Hamptons, and then I hear back from my friend, so-and-so thought you were cute. She was upset you didn't text her. And I was like, oh, it was a great ego boost.
Women they want what they can't have.
Right? I guess that's what it is.
Retarded.
Because I told one of the friends who I was with today at the pool, he was one who got denied by her. And I told him, I was like, it's because you're
I know
too
him,
eager.
right? I know he is?
No.
Okay.
No. But it's Casey's friend who I'm talking about. But yeah, I was like, hell yeah. Big boost to the ego.
Okay, so you're in a 7.8. So tell me about fatherly advice. Because we're running.
So fatherly advice is a segment that we do on this show.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we'll get to a fatherly advice.
That's an interesting thing, though.
It was a nice little boost to the ego. Yeah. And when she saw, so we were out
Who
at
do you think's
lunch.
the best looking out of you and your brothers?
Ooh. Should we rank me, Bryce, and Burke, number-wise?
I think you're all very good looking.
You have to choose one. You have to. Maybe Burke at this point. I think Burke's got the best look right now. But I think I'm the best. Like, I think, right, we have 2 scales now that we've established. We have a just pure looks-wise scale, and then we have a everything else scale. I think just pure looks-wise, sorry, Bryce, Burke, everything else-wise, me. But we're all up. We're all there.
Why do you think you have more than what Bryce has to offer?
I just think I'm the most charismatic out of the 3. I think I'm the smartest out of the 3. I think I'm the most responsible out of the 3. I think I'm the most dependent out of the 3. I think I am the most cultured out of the 3. I could keep going.
You know, I don't know if I
but
agree with you.
But we're all right there.
Yeah, I don't know. I have to tell you, I see the way Bryce has risen to the occasion.
Okay, but you're also like...
Okay, go ahead.
No.
I'm also what?
Go.
No, go ahead.
No, go.
No, I insist you say
I'm
your
focusing
point.
on this. Sorry.
Bullshit. Say your piece. I'm also going with what?
I don't need...
You said I'm going with...
Like, our ages are very different.
So, all right, so Bryce...
What would be the most fair, I guess, is to compare us all at the exact same age. So how old is Burke? 20? So to compare us all 3 at 20.
Burke is ahead of you than you when you were at 20.
In what way?
I think his
What, because he has a company? I started a company at 14.
No, don't get defensive.
I did. I made
just
more
thi-
money in my company than
Wait,
he's made in
I
his,
just
and I was
think-
14.
No, you don't know what he made in his thing.
I won all awards. I went all around the country for it.
All right, easy.
No, but I'm just saying
it's
it's
at 20.
No, but I'm just saying. Right, I did it even younger.
No,
I did it in middle school.
no, okay.
So I'm saying it's easy to forget things when you're living in the moment right now.
I'm very, very proud of all my boys. I'm very proud of all my boys.
Okay,
We'll leave it at that. No, we'll leave it at that.
Okay.
I think you have all different attributes, so I don't agree with everything you said. I think that Mom and I are proud of all three of you in different ways. I think there's pros and cons to all three of you. Not many cons, but I think that there are. You've always been very mature. I think the other two have really risen to the occasion, become very mature, and one thing I love.
Right. So it's like if the line's like this and we're looking at the top. If it's like this and then it shoots up, all the tops are the same, but one line has been a steady up to the top and then others are shoot up to the top.
I know, but
Can
I
you
don't
judge
know.
those lines the same way?
You can't judge them the same way because you also all three
Right,
of you are
but
different.
you are judging them the same way.
No, but no, I'm not. But all three of you are different. Same, but it's not you. No, I don't agree with you on that. It's a stupid conversation because none of it will end good for any of it. But all three of you are different in many ways, and I think there's you're very quick to jump and draw a conclusion, and sometimes and get adamant about certain things. Then you might realize, and you probably get that from me, that where you all right, I didn't think about that. Where Bryce is like when you argue with your brother Bryce, he's a better fighter. Like you get a little more emotional with certain things, or a little more adamant, where he's a little more laid back. You get that from me, okay? But so look, I think all three of you kids are great. Let's move on.
Okay, this is from Nicole. She said, I'm a 22-year-old who is still in nursing school and had my daughter at the age of 19. I don't necessarily have custody of her. She got adopted by my biological father, who I reconnected with in high school. I finally feel ready to try dating again.
Wait, she reconnected with her biological father in high school? Okay, gotcha.
She was in high school.
Yep, I'm with you. Yep.
I finally feel ready to try dating again, and I don't know how I should go about telling a potential partner that I have a child. Should I tell them this straight up at the beginning or wait a little bit? I don't know if this is a big deal breaker or not, especially since I'm still young.
How old is she?
She's 22. She has a 3-year-old.
So it's interesting. How did she not get custody of her kid at 19? So there's something. There's something there, right?
Right, but we have no idea, so we can't.
I think you wait. You don't tell right away.
I think the opposite. I think if you're on a first date and it's going well, you have to say right away.
No.
You have to.
Nope.
If I was dating a girl and I was like right, because I'm dating, so like I there. If I was dating a girl and I liked her and we're getting along, and so we're hanging out,
True,
I'm investing more time, I'm investing more money.
Give it 2 or 3 dates minimum.
We're now a couple dates, we're hanging out, I'm getting more invested, I'm developing more feelings, and then she says that to me, I would feel very betrayed is the wrong word. I would feel blindsided.
Right.
I would be like, what the fuck?
Okay, first of all, Nicole, you got to sell yourself. So don't fucking the first date when everyone's in their best behavior.
You have to be honest.
No, listen, no. Not the first date. You don't owe the person an explanation about your whole fucking life.
Right, exactly.
So it's a first date. It's
Right.
literally the first date. Everyone's in their best behavior. If you
No,
like
but
each
you're
other,
trying to-
go 2 or 3
No,
dates.
you're not
then
trying to
tell.
sell yourself. You're trying to see if the
No,
other person's a sell for you.
2 or 3 dates.
You're looking
you
at
did.
dating wrong.
No, I'm
The
not.
first date isn't trying to sell yourself. You're trying to see if that person is a good buy for you.
You don't tell them the first date.
I completely disagree with you. I completely disagree with you because as a guy who is dating,
Let's call mom.
as a guy who's dating, if I found that out on the first date, it would decide
You
if
would
I
run.
wanted a second
You would
date or not.
run.
If I would, because I don't want that. Some guys do. But then so I would run. So I would feel like I was trapped if it's 6 dates in, if I'm still running.
If it's a couple of dates, you got to know the person a little bit more, and then you can make the determination if that's important enough or not to you. Don't you understand that?
No, but
you don't first say in the first date, like, guess what? Here's what's important to me. Certain religions, this
That's
and
actually
that.
exactly what you should do on a first date.
No.
When's the last time you've been on a first date?
Okay, but Bronny, you're gonna
35 years ago.
Okay, listen. But
I've
you're
been on
going to
30
rule out,
first dates in this year.
You might rule out people that you might end up liking down the road. So why rule them out?
But it doesn't. But you're making yourself work. You're making
Nicole,
the
do
situation.
not tell the guy on the first date.
You're making the situation worse if you're liking the girl and you're eventually going to rule them out.
Let's get Mom or Megan on the phone. Then
Mom can just come in.
You wait.
Mom.
You wait 2 or 3 dates. There's no
Why?
downside.
What's the point? But what's the point? There is a lot more downside. As the
No,
guy,
there's no
as the guy,
downside.
I would feel wronged
No, you
by the
wouldn't.
woman.
No, because
I'm telling
no,
you, I
listen,
would. You can't.
listen. Can you come in here for a second, please?
Yes.
Because you got to give it. You don't owe it anything to that guy in the first
I'm
date.
not saying you. I'm not saying.
So here's
about-
the deal. Girl Nicole, she's now 22 years old. She has a 3-year-old kid. She's out in the dating world. She wants to know, should she tell the guy on the first date or wait to tell she has a kid?
No.
She has a 3-year-old. And
22.
She's 20. She just said she wants to date, but she doesn't know. She doesn't know how she should go about telling person on the date. That's exactly what mom said. She should tell right away.
I don't agree with that.
I think that she.
You don't owe it on the
Just
first
come here and
date.
talk. We can't hear you. Okay.
I just want to be in camera. But she's going to come in anyway. 'Cause I feel like awful, but I'm going to come in anyway.
I look so bad.
Talk to the mic now.
I think you.
In the mic now.
We can hear.
Can you hear me? I think you absolutely have a responsibility with something like that to tell immediately. Because.
Nope.
Well, that's
But what's
just
your
my opinion.
reasoning?
You
You haven't
asked
given a
me.
reason. Why?
Because
Why
you don't,
no?
a first date, you don't owe them to tell them your whole life story.
We're not saying,
if you end up liking
That's
the
the most important thing in that person's life. She has a
And here's what
child.
happens.
No.
When
That's
is
so
the right
important.
time.
Right.
So then
It's going to make it
a week later,
worse.
You're like, well, I didn't tell you, but I have a child.
exactly.
Then it's awkward. I think you just put
That makes it
right
worse
out
because then it's
there.
like,
Yeah.
why didn't you? As
Why
the guy, I would
didn't
be
you
like,
tell?
why didn't you tell me?
Right. I think
Now
it's
I don't want
that-
to go on a date.
That's the kind of thing that I feel like you have to put out there immediately.
100%.
Don't
Say.
agree. I wouldn't want to know.
Like,
Wait, but you wouldn't want to know, but you'd want to know 2 months later
wanna know, like,
when you
2 or
spent
3
thousands of dollars in time.
2 or 3 dates in, so this way I could see if I like the person, if that's a real.
Right,
because it's-
exactly.
No,
Right.
no, you missed
It's
the
a
point.
child. It doesn't
because
matter.
as a guy, if I went out on a date with a girl and she told me the first thing about the child, it would turn me off. But let me
Exactly,
finish.
because you don't want
no.
that.
But after 2 or 3 dates, if I found that she was really something nice,
You
I would think a little bit
You
differently.
would.
Maybe.
You really would.
Withhold this. Why now?
You would think. I would think. Wow, she was lying to me, or she was trying to play
get Megan
me.
and Megan and Bryson here.
This is a child. This isn't like,
I get it.
my mother's
All right,
gay.
whatever.
my father's
Right,
gay.
or-
It's
or-
not
or
that.
like-
This is like your child. Why would
All right,
you
I
want
disagree.
Yeah.
I disagree. I don't think the first date you owe that on the first date. You
No
gotta
one
first
said.
see if you like.
I don't know why you're stuck on the word "oh." No one said anything here that you owe that.
Literally like,
It's the right
I'm
thing.
not talking about literally like.
You sit down and like, hi, my name's
Okay.
I have a child. I think you're talking like
That's literally the most
Okay.
important thing in that
Okay,
person.
I disagree.
And,
All right.
and to me, by the way, like
Nicole,
to me as
follow me.
someone dating, the most important thing is that they don't have a kid. As to me, right
I
now,
get it.
So I want to know that right away. The whole point of the first date is to know, is there compatibility for us to get to know each other. You're not trying to get to know the person on the first date. You're trying to see, is this someone worthwhile to get to know? And so you want to know all those factors.
Okay.
This woman is 22. She has a child, a 3-year-old child, and she wants to start dating people. She doesn't know how she should bring that up on a date. Mom and I say you should bring it up right away. Dad said do not.
Do not bring up the first date.
Why? But that.
What?
Right.
I get it, but it's the first date. You have to get it.
But
I
the
think
first.
second or third date. If it went
but
well
you're
the
already-
first date, at least here's the way I look
But
at
I
it.
would. But I don't want it to go well on the first date. If I don't. If I
But-
want to
but-
know.
but here's
if I
the
know that I
difference.
don't want kids and she has kids, I don't want the first date to go well.
But if I
Because then
like the
it makes
girl,
it
if I
worse.
found the first date really good, like I really, then and she told me, I'd be like, I'd have to then weigh it out. But
No,
the
it would
first
make
date,
it.
it would turn you
Wait,
off
Dad,
instantly.
Dad, you would weigh it out. You would really be like, maybe I'll raise this kid. No, you would be like, damn, that really sucks because now I like her, but I have to break up with her. That's how you'd feel. You think you would be like, I'll really consider being the
All
father
right,
to this
well,
kid.
Nicole's fucked then. Sorry, Nicole.
No, why would she just? This is the reality of Nicole's situation. She has this kid, so no matter what, she's gonna have to find a guy who's okay with the fact that she has a kid. So she's not fucked. If anything,
So then
she wants to get that over with as soon as possible, so that she doesn't have to waste her time on the
Okay.
date with guys that don't want kids.
I'm wrong. Okay, I'm wrong.
Yeah, I think you are in this one.
That's fine.
Yeah.
No biggie.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I didn't give good folly advice.
No. I
I'm
mean,
not
there's also
dumb.
no right or wrong.
Ronnie.
Nicole's gonna listen to both sides and then make her own choice.
It seems like you need to say it on the first date. Apparently, what everybody seems to be saying.
I just think because you're like, but I want to get to know her on the second or third date, and then I'll consider. It's like, if I'm on a third date with someone, that means I've already spent like many hours with them. I might start to be like, ooh, I like this person. Start to think like, oh, I wonder what this relationship could be. Then if they throw that blind side of they have a kid, then it's like, damn, that really sucks because now it's harder to break up with them or not break up.
I get
but
it.
it's harder to end it because
I
like that.
But on the same
if it's
token,
3 minutes in, I don't even need to develop the feeling.
I get on the same token, you might not be giving that person the chance. Like Nicole might not. Let me finish. Nicole might not be getting a chance and might be a really good person. And you might see. I'll give you an example. I have an
example too after.
Like there's a girl in college. I didn't start liking her until after we became friends. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So,
Right.
So you might be losing out and not really knowing that person because you just made a quick judgment, black and white. This is what I know. So that's what I'm trying to get at.
But also, when you're going to dating, you have like things that you know you want, right? Like,
But 22-year-olds
no, but
are
like
not
you
really thinking
always
that.
said to me that you never even once you knew that you wanted to marry someone Jewish, you never even wait,
different
can I finish?
different phase though.
Okay, but you said that you didn't even bother talking to someone not Jewish because you didn't want to end up liking them because you knew that's not what you wanted.
You're right.
So if
but different point though,
I
Bonnie.
know I don't want to raise someone else's kid, I want to know that as soon as possible because I don't want to date people that have kids.
Where you are at now. But I'm saying at 22, you weren't thinking about getting married. So I'm just saying.
But dating, but that's what dating is.
I get it.
Even that's just what dating is.
All right, interesting. Nicole, thank you for sharing that. It was an interesting topic, was it not?
Yeah.
It was. It was an interesting topic. We have a little bit different views on it.
Which usually doesn't happen.
I hear you loud and clear, and I don't disagree with everything you're saying, but I still wouldn't say on the first date. That's my opinion.
And I think
Because
you have to say it
you
literally not even on the first date. If you're like meeting the person on the app, you need to say it before even the first date.
Oh, if you meet on an app, I agree with you.
I think
on
you
that.
need to say it as soon as possible.
Okay, that's valid.
I think you cannot waste a single minute of the person or your time. It's also for you, Nicole.
That's
because why are you
valid.
going to waste a whole night if this guy knows that he doesn't want to raise your kid?
That's very valid.
Why
point.
would you
You're right.
like it? Doesn't you're wasting your own time as well?
I
So
agree.
if you get it over with as soon as possible, sure, you're going to narrow your dating pool, but that's the reality.
Okay. Because
the kid's there.
I tend to agree with you. All right, we're out.
Love you.
I love you. Bye, everybody. You're joking, right?
Well, I'm trying to be hopeful. I'm trying to be optimistic about that.
Well, I guess you're too young to be a little pessimistic like me.
The fucking things I see out there, people are stupid.